You have a knowing as a spiritual being, which is your intuition, which is the voice of spirit communicating with you and to you all the time. And it's really important that as a human being, you begin to tap in to this knowing, because this knowing is what is going to guide you through your experience. And it's like the difference between having a navigation system like a GPS to get where you're going versus trying to get there on your own completely blind. No directions, no navi, no phone, no nothing. Nobody around for you to ask how to get there, like no nothing. So your map in this lifetime is your spirit, is your soul. And you are your soul embodied. Therefore, everything is within you. It's not outside of you, it's in you. And so when you realize that and you really start like tapping in to spirit and asking spirit to help you, right? And make it easier for you to show you the signs, to give you the feelings, right? Not ego based feelings, but heart led feelings. You get where you're going just a little bit easier. Like, not saying that there aren't going to be any bumps in the road, because there are bumps in the road, right? But you'll be able to move through those bumps with less challenges, with more ease. And at the end of the day, like, that's what you want. And so there's something that's coming through about like spiritual discernment. Like, as a being, your knowing literally helps you make decisions, right? And right now, like, you got to be able to, especially since we're in the Aquarian age, it's all about your inner self, your divine, the divine feminine within you. In your divine feminine, even for the men listening, this is your intuition. Okay. This is less logic and more following spirit. And so the energy is here to support you in doing this. But first, you have to realize that you have that within you, that your intuition right now is super, super strong, and it's getting stronger. Like right now, we have like all these like eclipses, retrogrades, super moons, like all these things going on planetarily that are helping us to align more with the energies and the frequency of this 9 year that we're moving into. Um, and so what that's doing is it's helping you get more in tune to yourself. And so having discernment and knowing where to go and truly being like spirit led. There are a lot of people who are just like, oh, I want what my soul wants. Like, I want what spirit wants. Because you know at the end of the day that whatever your soul wants for you is what's going to bring you the most happiness, joy, abundance, and success in this lifetime. But if you are not discerning the things that are in alignment for you versus the things that aren't in alignment for you, then it can make it more challenging for you on the path. And so how do you discern things? One is through tapping into your knowing, okay? And the way that you have more of a bond, or I guess not maybe like bond, but like trust your knowing more, is through having different experiences, right? Where spirit is able to show you that when you follow spirit and when you are in flow, then that's what your life becomes. It becomes a flow and ease to it, okay? Another way is through healing. Okay, healing your traumas, getting out of like ego-led decisions, and getting into more decisions of that are based in love. That's what's coming to me is love, like self-love, love of self, um, and being able to like step into your spiritual knowing. Like, there's no other way to put it other than your spiritual knowing. Okay. And so when you release like the conditionings, the patterns, the things, the belief systems that aren't serving you, then you get closer to tapping in more to your knowing. But you have it within you. Like with us females, it's like we embody the feminine energy as a feminine in physical form. And so we get the gut feelings, like we know what it feels like when you know you should be doing something, and but your ego is telling you something else, or you're around someone or you're in an environment and you just get that feeling, like what that feeling is, right? But it's about trusting that feeling, right? It's about like knowing that, hey, if I'm feeling this in my gut, your second brain, but the brain you should be following, then there's something to it. And so Source is just saying that it's just important for you at this time to have more discernment and be more intentional about maneuvering through your experience. Like, before you're making big decisions, like this is the other thing about being spirit led, is it's so important to tap in, like on a daily basis, multiple times a day, before you make decisions. Now, I'm not talking about like super small decisions, like, oh, what are you going to eat, or what are you going to wear, like something like that. But like, hey, should I be in this type of environment? Should I be around these types of people? Should I take this opportunity? Like, things that can really send you in one direction over another. This is having the discernment over your life. Like, and yeah, it's just more important, and more of you are doing this right now. And so I just also want to say, like, you're doing a great job. But these messages are just to remind you, okay? Just to remind you of the things that you already know, the knowledge that you already hold within yourself. But sometimes we get so caught up in our daily lives and other things going on that we just forget our powers. We forget about the things that we know. And so it's like tapping into spirit more. You get gut feelings when you're making decisions before you make decisions. That'll help navigate you to kind of keep you on the path of ease and flow versus a path of challenge. Okay? Because it really is like that right now. And we were talking about in one of the other messages that came through recently about the spiritual split that's happening right now, where you're either on one side of the fence or you're on the other side of the fence, where, well, your intuition is going to keep you in the direction that spirit wants you to go in. So it can really be about ease and flow. Like, ease and flow is really here for you. Don't think that it's not. It is. But it's about you stepping into it. And it's about you utilizing your knowing and your spiritual eye to help you navigate your decisions and help you move through life, and knowing that spirit is always putting things in your path to assist you. And you're always being presented with opportunities that will continue to move you forward in your journey. But it's about knowing the difference. And this is what the spiritual discernment is about. It's about knowing the difference between things that are in alignment with you and things that are not in alignment with you. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to make mistakes. Especially like as we're getting to really like get to know ourselves on like that super deep spiritual level. And even once we do, we can still make the wrong choice, even though there's no wrong choice, but there's a choice that creates more challenges, or there's a choice that will be more in alignment. Okay. But it's like you want to make the choices that are more in alignment. But at the end of the day, like, you have to have grace with yourself, because there are going to be moments where you don't make necessarily the most aligned spiritual decisions. But what do you do in those moments where you don't? Right? And like, spirit is trying to guide you back to the path of ease and flow. Are you sitting there trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to work against it? Or are you moving in the direction that you need to go? Like, I hope this makes sense. Oh my gosh, like literally the information is coming to me, but then like my mind starts taking me so many different places because there's so much information coming into my brain at this time. So I hope this makes sense. Like, it's about knowing the difference, and it's about feeling into the decision so that you are able to make the decision that's in alignment with spirit. And if it's in alignment with spirit, best believe it's the right decision for you to make. Okay? So, coming up, you're going to be having quite a few opportunities that are going to be coming to your door. And having this knowing, being able to tap into spirit and be like, okay, all right, what direction do I go in is going to be so important for you. As the earth continues to split and things become more apparent that people are either on this side or they're on that side, it's going to be more important for you to be able to discern between the situations that are for your good versus the ones that are not. Like, I'm trying to tell, like, this is coming through so like intensely right now. Like, you are going to be experiencing these. If you have not already been experiencing this, you will. And so what do? You ask your team to help you. You may forget at times. Again, this is why the reminders are coming as the sun is coming out. Come on now. Tap in with your team. And just let them know, like, hey, I know will need help in making certain decisions. Like, I know that I want to stay on my highest path. And so I want assistance with doing so. But again, as boots on the ground, like, you've got to be intentional. You've got to be tapping into spirit. You've got to be meditating. However you tap into spirit, whether that's through journaling, whether that's through meditating, whether that's through some other spiritual practice. But it's about making it a habit and doing it on a regular basis. Like, you can't talk about being on the spiritual walk, but not tapping in and just allowing your human mind to guide you, because your human mind has gotten you in a lot of shit in your life. But right now, it's not about that. Right now, it's tapping into your divinity. It's about tapping into your intuition. It's about following your intuition. It's about knowing the difference. It's about using spiritual discernment. And your team is here to help you. So ask them for help. Let them know that you need assistance, and just tap more into spirit. Okay? Let's see, anything else? Yeah, it's just about, you're doing a great job. Continue to give yourself grace. This isn't easy to do. It sometimes, just like any relationship that you're building, sometimes you communicate really, really well, and other times you may not. And it doesn't, the most important thing for you to do at this time is just to do it. Is just to tap in. That's really it. Okay? And give yourself grace as you continue to navigate all this stuff that's going on right now, and love on yourself. Continue to pour into yourself in the ways that, like, feel really good to you. And show yourself love. And all will continue to work out perfectly. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you so much for all of you all who are joining this community. I'm so grateful that you are tapping in with this frequency, and I'm so grateful to be tapping into yours. If you are new, please subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe to this growing community. I'm here to assist you and help you navigate your spiritual journey, your healing journey, and provide you with remembrance of who you are and the things that you already hold within you. Okay? So I love you so much, and I will talk to you tomorrow in the next channeled message. Peace.